Hello to everyone. Sorry for the lack of reviews. Like I said, I work now, and I also go to thrift stores in Boston and look around to get more cool VCRs. Just try to get more VCRs, and I haven't got any lately. So, anyway, a couple months ago, I got this nice RCA. I forget the model number, and the front panel is not there. It was missing ever since I bought this machine. Ever since I tested this machine at the store. But I can tell you the model number. It's a VMT297 stereo, linear stereo VCR. It's not hi-fi, but it's two-head stereo. Let's take a look at the inside. Very well built, very good design. It's already been refurbished. When I first got it, it had problems loading the tape, and it's because the belts were slipping. And I replaced all the belts because the caps, one of the belts in there were actually pretty floppy. Actually, I replaced all of them just to be safe. This is built by Hitachi, and these were known to be very well. These VCRs were known to be very well built and all. I mean, everything is all. Look at all this. There's barely. There's barely any plastic. I mean, of course, the idler is gonna have plastic, but everything else, like, I'm not even talking about funai. I'm talking about. It's not like funai. It's like it has it's all metal. And surprisingly, this pinch roller is still good. Normally, when I encounter these VCRs with this mechanism, pinch roller is always hard. It's mostly hard. But this one is actually still good. Very surprised. Here's the counter belt. I also replaced that. This uses a counter. It's not a real-time counter, but it uses a counter. I've got to power it on, by the way. Turns on. And everything is so well built in this. So some older VCRs don't have a direct drive capstan. Like this one, for example, this uses a separate motor to drive the capstan. It's actually a flywheel driven by a flat belt. Here's the loading assembly. You can't really see it from the upper side. You can see the belts and the pulleys from there. You see a little bit of the motor too, but when you look at the bottom side, you can see everything. I greased all the moving parts in this, including the loading carriage mechanism, tape guides, tracks, and all that, and the bottom side stuff, of course. And these are one of the replaced belts for the counter, like I said. Some of these VCRs with this mechanism used a idler tire instead of an idler gear. This one uses an idler gear. Oh, I just noticed the circuit board slightly popped up, and it's not even clipped in all the way. Let me fix that. There we go. That's better. Okay, so now, like I said, it's a two-head drum. It's not four-head or anything. It's just two. It's basically like a regular ordinary two-head VCR, but they just added stereo sound instead of mono. And electronically, everything works fine. I mean, the picture works and everything. And I'll show that to you after, of course. So, enough of all this. Oh, now let me show you the front, then I did show you the front, but I want to go show you all the buttons and all that. So here's the VCR button, which is. Oh yeah, it is on. Switch this to counter. I can turn this. I can switch from time to counter on for the display. As you can see, it's counter, but when I move the spindle, it goes up. Let me reset it now. There we go. It's back to 0. back at the clock, which is not set yet, and I don't really care on setting it. Here is the clock settings and all that functions. Tape speed buttons, simulcast line. I can't really use a tuner anymore on these, you know, unless if you have an RF modulator, which I do on my Panasonic, and I use it on my Panasonic combo to tape TV programs from an HD TV source, which is pretty cool. So, Dolby noise reduction, I normally have it off. I just normally have it off. I think it just, I don't know what it does, it just reduces like the noise, but in my opinion, the picture is like slightly less good when I turn it on. So I put it up, so that's off. And simulcast, oh yeah, that's for the recording. What source you want to record on. So anyway, enough with all the talking. It's time to get a tape. By the way, that is not mold, if you were thinking. That's just, I don't know where that came from. It might be like residue from like tape, or not tape, but just like, not magnetic tape, but maybe like maybe something from a sticker. It's not mold. Let's put it in. You just zoom out a little bit so I can, I know guys, you're dying to see it. And on old VCRs, I have to press play for the tape to load. Man, that light is so bright. You can see it reflect on that tape. That's slightly better. Okay. Let's press play. And this tape seemed to be recorded in SLP. This is a tape I got from, now, where did I get this tape exactly? I got this from one of the thrift stores, I think. And, I didn't even record anything on it yet. Of course something was already recorded, probably something off TV or something. So let me fast forward, let me forward search for you. I mean, forward search works fine. No problem. First search. Oh, on this VCR I have to hold down the buttons to reverse and forward search. That works fine. And when I press stop, it should, hold on, let me pause first. It just stops. Nothing else moves. Let's press stop. Works fine. And let's take a look at the loading mechanism again. Well, let me just get my light in a good position. Hold on. Pretty nice. Now let's put in full fast forward. Of course, since it's an older VCR, it's not fast. It's pretty slow. And let's take a look at the counter in action. Now let's press rewind. Of course, it's going to be a little bit faster because the tape's near the beginning. Oh, it actually. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about this feature. All right. When you don't have, well, when you put the when you have it on counter and you that button should be somewhere. if there's like an M next to the counter, it will stop at 0. But I don't know where the exactly where the button is on the VCRs, on the VCR. Well, let's keep rewinding to the beginning. Brakes is still good. And we will eject. Very good. No damage. Here's the ejecting mechanism. Let me just put my light through here. And let me just show you a little bit closer. Nothing special here, except for that gear, which is not even special. Hold on. Can't really tell where the buttons are on the back side, but you can see the tape playing. Whoa. My palm was near that transformer. I gotta be careful. So I'm gonna just stay a little back. Just stop. And eject. Alright. Now I'm gonna take a bomb cover off and show you the bomb side. I totally forgot that I put a date on the date of repair label on the bomb cover, just in case if I were able going to sell it. But I'm not even thinking about selling this one. I actually got it in February, so February, July, yeah, I got this 6 months ago. Wow. Anyway, let's take the bomb cover off. And I did clean the mode switch on it. And I forgot to tell you, it's not the belts that are worn, it's just when I put in fast forward. Ooh. Ooh, just when I touch that, I can feel a little shock. I'm not kidding. It's not even metal. You feel a little bit of volts in there, jolts and all that, you know. Anyway, so what I was going to say was, it's not the belts. It's just, I think the capstan motor is on its last legs. When I press fast forward, it slows down just a little bit. So I think this motor might be on its last legs. And I'm pretty sure all the belts are not even tight. I mean, too tight. The belts are fine. Watch what I mean. Well, you might not notice it, but I do. Sometimes it will fast forward and rewind all the way to the beginning, but you can hear sometimes you'll hear the VCR slightly struggle. But looks like it's working well. I mean, it always worked, I'm just saying. Now, let's take a look at the rest of the bottom side. So, you can see the loading assembly now. And those, it has a unique belt drive system. Pretty cool. See a worm gear there. I've already greased that. There's a little bit of hair on the mode switch. There we go. I cleaned that mode switch up real good. I mean, as clean as I can get it. Put some. I didn't take this apart. Because I don't want to risk breaking it. But I put grease on the cam gears here too. And put some grease on these parts here. And that's it. That's all I did to this VCR. Now I'm going to play. And it plays well. There's no issue. Forward search. So this is the capstan flywheel. It drives the capstan with this flat belt here, which like I said, I've already replaced. And I did say replace all the belts in this. The little spring here out to hold this piece in place. Reverse search. The motor will turn. It might look like it's in rewind mode, but it's not. It's in reverse search mode. Yeah, the motor will turn once I press it. Okay, now it's back into play. Let's press stop. I'm gonna fast forward. Motor turns. Rewind. Turns again. Now, let's take a look at the loading assembly in action. Now we'll press stop. So, it has a pretty unusual tape guide loading system. Let me try and describe it as the best way I can, because I can't really see the entire moving parts because of this metal plate here. There's the main cam gear here that drives another gear here, and it's a pretty unique tape guide loading system. And this is weird. I mean, it's not weird. I mean, Hitachi made his VCRs these VCRs are like so unique. I mean, you don't see this every day. A belt driving another belt. No, not a belt driving another belt. This idler pulley driving this pulley, and these are both for the idler. And what happens when you remove one of them? If you remove this one, the tape will get eaten. If you remove this belt, of course, well, either way, it's still gonna eat the tape. I mean, I don't know what happens if I remove it, but I don't want to find out myself. I think it will just eat the tape if I remove this belt. That's below it. You can see there's a little lever here that drives the that moves the mode switch to switch its functions and all. Let's press eject. Nothing happens down here when I press eject. See, nothing happens on the bottom side. So anyway, let's put this bottom cover back on and show you the picture quality on this beast. Okay, so now my VCR is hooked up to my TV, and let's press play. Well, this VCR produces a good picture, but since it's recorded on SLP, it's not the best.
Isn't that very neat?
Yeah, this tape is recorded on SLP. But it has good sound though, and a fairly good picture. If it was on SP, it might be better. But still, this is a pretty good machine.
The noise is pretty loud, but it's still.
I'm gonna pause it. Does not have like a good still frame because it's a 2-header, and this has manual tracking and not auto tracking. So this is a late 80s machine. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do. Subscribe, like the video, comment if you like, hit the bell icon to get notifications on when I upload, and be kind of rewind.
Why not?